just send it to Twitter.
Oh, okay.
All right, multi-stream. Nate, your headphones up enough? You good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Shit don't sound like Call of Duty loud, but yeah, I can hear
I
you.
mean, if you want louder, I got the controls right here, so it'll go up louder.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, that good.
Down, that's too much. God damn.
Fox be liking her shit dumb loud.
Okay, yeah, we can rock.
Because I like to hear my voice.
All right.
Oh, okay. I got to hear it now. I can hear my voice a
that's
little bit. I
gonna
can
be
hear
on.
my voice a little bit.
I got 3. Those in. Oh, shit. Did it come up, baby? It's good.
Yes.
All right, intro it is. All right, welcome to Uncle Legend's Corner. I'll be your host, Uncle Legend, and with me always is my beautiful co-host, Call Girl 6, better known as Fox.
Hey, y'all.
And we even got a guest.
We got a guest today.
But he,
He's an anonymous guest.
witness protection guest, so Nasty Nate will be here for the podcast.
Nasty Nate, guys. Nasty Nate.
I would just like to let you know the Legendary Operations Tactical Supply is not liable for anything that this motherfucker say.
Say hey to the people, Nasty Nate.
Before y'all start coming for the house and the crib, we just met him today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yo, so we just gonna randomly just run through the topics. We having a good old time. We throwing it back and we gonna get straight
Yeah, we've
to
been
it.
a little
So
serious lately, ish. You know.
yeah, it's been a little
so.
too serious. So it's a bunch of just the back and forth, the struggle between men and women, relationship stuff, all that great thing. So first thing we're gonna get into is your significant other entitled to your social media passwords in a committed relationship?
No.
I'm going to go with no. I don't think
Stay on
that
my
you're
business.
entitled to my passwords. That ain't your business what's going on in there. I don't even you remember when we first started dating, I was like, we don't need to be we don't need to be friends.
She like, I still wanted to be a digital hooer.
No, that's
Please
not
don't
why.
be in my business, sir. I wanted to be a digital
I'm
hooer.
like, we don't have to be friends. We don't have to be like just, whatever you do, whatever you do.
Yeah, I feel like this. Entitled, you know how I feel about that word entitled. Entitled is one of the words people be like, oh, you ain't entitled to shit. You eat what you kill. So I feel like if that's what works for your relationship and that's what y'all want to do, sure. But that ain't something to enter an argument like, we're in a committed relationship. Oh, we go steady. What's the password?
What's the
69
password?
boys up, city boys up, $10. No, we're not doing that. So to me, I don't know. That's one of them things that people get into because you know what? You got people now that's at a point you'll see and they talk about relationships and they like sharing they share their location all the time.
Nope.
And this and that. Like I think it's times to share a location. Like if Fox on a road trip, yeah, I mean you're a dirtbag. But if Fox is on the road trip, then it's like, yeah, I need to know, make sure she good, this and that. Then when she get there, do your thing. I don't need your location. Like let me feel.
I feel otherwise. I feel like I would share my location if I feel like, okay, well, I don't know. I just get something in the pit of my stomach, like, okay, let me let somebody know well.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You know.
Like road trips and stuff like
and
that.
that's when I'll do that. But I don't.
So we talking about a committed relationship.
Yeah, in a committed relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, like if
No.
you,
Yeah, I still wouldn't know. You don't even know my
I don't-
passwords
I
to
don't
my
even know the
social
password
media.
because keep it a buck. If I want to know who in your DMs, hand me your phone and let me see what
Let
y'all
me
doing.
see. Yeah.
Let me see. It's like,
That shit might hurt.
With my
nah, I don't want to be in Fox DMs. 'Cause I'm telling you right now, I know her DMs is full and healthy.
dick pics and all
It's,
that.
Yeah, all that.
No, I have scrubbed all of that from
I mean,
my
that don't mean the
life.
dick pics wasn't there. I scrubbed the dicks. Like, no, the dicks was still there. Like, what you mean?
I scrubbed it from my life, so
You scrubbed the dick pics from your life?
yeah.
Unsolicited dick
I
pics is
hate
a
it.
thing.
Oh my God, please.
Niggas
I
dropping.
like why? That happened. I told you that happened. Never mind. I don't want to keep going into that story, but yeah,
Oh,
not what it appeared to be.
Yo, you might not listen to that one, Nate, but Fox got she got dick fished.
Yeah, I got
Old
dick
boy,
fish.
old boy sent the picture of somebody else's dick, and then
Yes.
showed up and they had the right equipment. She like, hold up,
You
nah,
talking about?
what? Bruh,
I was so
why
upset.
do you have another man's?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, bro. We doing a
Yeah,
lot.
that was weird.
We
to
doing
me.
a lot.
That was weird to me.
Gotta be proud, man.
I was
You gotta
upset.
be-
He was
hey.
that wasn't nothing to be proud of. First of all, I would have been.
Exactly.
I would have.
Standing up with your
I would've
hands
done
on
the
your
same
lips like,
thing.
Look at this.
Look at what won't he do it? Won't he will? Like, boy, I'm sitting there with the hands on
Ass
there.
in trouble tonight.
Hey,
Oh my
we got
God.
Dave in the chat. Dave said the fact that you actually finna make somebody change their password now, yeah, that's on y'all, bro. Ladies send a hey and dudes drop a dick pic. I ain't never been a dick pic dude, bro. I'm telling you right now, you can hit the archives and
Let me tell you something. If anybody got a picture of his dick, I am so finna fight. I'm finna fight.
the only
okay?
person that got
And you especially.
only person that got a picture of my dick that can say something probably is my ex-wife.
Well, I'm your current wife, and I don't have a
You
picture of
got
your
one.
dick. I had to steal that.
Man, hold on. You get to see that motherfucker all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
So?
That shit just in all its
So?
glory. You
And
know
she
what I'm
better not still have it.
I can't. All right. Anyway, so next time, the fact that you actually. Oh yeah, he said that was the same one again. I ain't messing with you.
How we
Foxy.
gonna make them change the password now? Nate? I'm call you Nate, David. How would they need to change their password?
Man, you ain't got no business in my phone, man. Just relax.
There gotta be some
Yeah.
privacy. People be wanting to know everything. You don't want to know everything. You ain't mature enough to know everything.
I
Oh
think
my
that's
God.
borderline like insecurity. Like, man, why you gotta be all up in my
Yeah,
dig
just in there.
with my-
What you doing? Who you
Like,
breathing with? Who you talking to?
chill.
But do you
gotta
have
allow
something
me
to hide
correct
though?
it. I ain't got nothing to hide, but if we on the same accord, like, you know what time it is and you know what we doing.
I'm gonna tell you.
So wait, you
So-
just said something. You said allow you to correct it. Correct
Yeah.
what?
If that's not what time we on, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, let me
Oh.
correct it. Same thing I'm gonna do with you. Yo, correct it, cause I'm deal with chicks and dudes be doing that.
How
They
long
sending
should it
the-
take for somebody to correct something like that?
Nah, you can't put no time
Ain't
on
no
it.
time limit. on
Why
that,
they
no.
time? What's
Because-
so hard
because
about
I'ma tell
you,
saying,
as a female, so
hey,
it's always different.
Judy with a big fat booty, we dying? Like,
No,
I
what
don't
I'm saying. No,
understand
you're
what's
not
so
saying
hard.
that. This is the thing.
What's
This is the
hard?
thing. All right, if we just gonna keep it a buck right now. If the problem is this is like one, when y'all put a time limit on stuff, y'all ruin things. Putting a time limit on things is is like gives people jacked up expectations, and expectations in comparison is the thief of all happiness. So what happens is you sit there and be like, oh, well, you got 3 months to rectify this, that, and the third. You got 3 months to be
That's
ready.
way
I
too
should
damn
be
long.
married in a year. You know what I mean? Women be throwing out all of these numbers. I should be married in a year. If he don't know, and they see all of this, like all this crazy stuff on social media, that's like, oh, if a man, he knows as soon as he meets you if he gonna marry you. No, he don't.
No, I
No,
don't
he
believe
don't.
that's true.
And if he do, he crazy.
We don't even know.
He gonna pour grits on you. Like he gonna pour grits on you. You don't want that crazy man. So when people be sitting there, all these time limits, it's really the time limit is what works for you. What isn't too much for you? If 5 minutes is too far for you, then that's for you. But you can't be expecting that for a global
to
change.
get rid of coochie pictures or whatever
No,
to cut
that's part of
somebody
the group
off.
chat.
I don't know.
The group chat. I'm sorry.
Yo,
Fucking group chat.
so I don't know. You know, to be honest, I don't really know if getting rid of the old pictures is like that big of a deal because everybody watching porn now anyway. So it just got to be a strange dick or a strange vagina and it's good.
Well, even to dead communication with that person to like
Okay.
cut it off. When is a good time?
Well, when is too long for you? A day before you gonna get too
Why
much.
does it have to be that way? Why
Because
you just can't
everybody
cut it
time
off cold?
different.
Why does that matter though?
I don't understand what you're
Why
saying.
do you have to cut it? Why you can't cut it cold turkey?
Yo, you doing a lot of knife handing.
Why?
Right now. What's up?
Why you just can't cut it cold turkey? I don't understand what's so hard about doing it.
Oh, I'm lost. Hold on. You said cut it off, like telling them to.
Yeah,
Like she basically
yeah,
saying
so if you're
dropping
in a committed
your old
relationship,
pieces once
yeah.
you commit.
I like looking at other shit. You my baby. We that. But what's wrong with us looking at other shit?
Yo, yo,
looking at other shit or still communicating with that person
this is
in
the
that
difference.
way.
All right, if we just gonna be the guys honest truth, if we just gonna be the guys honest truth, and I'm about to just drop a bomb, and men forgive me, but this is the difference. When we cut a girl off, she go and find something else to do. She's lost. We would have to swim upstream against the weather to get her back. When y'all cut a dude off and be like, yo, I'm in a relationship, I'm happy. Let me tell you how many women that told me, I'm in a relationship, we can't mess around, this and that, da, 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 da. Okay, let me move you over here and put you on the shelf, break glass, you will be back. Right?
Listen, man.
So she lost, is that a problem?
No, she ain't lost.
No, because y'all don't lose nothing. Y'all can cut 50 dudes off, and then as soon as y'all drop a pic or you change your status on social media to single, it's like DMs. Yeah.
But what they got to do with you though? What they got to do with?
That mean that y'all got y'all feel a little more comfortable knowing that y'all can bounce right back. Like when y'all go through.
So it's a confidence issue with men then?
No, it's a confidence. It's not a confidence. It's just a difference in the situation. Like men, we got to work towards relationships. Like women control access to sex, we control access to relationships. So it's like y'all got to work to be in a relationship with us. What?
You don't control my access to sex. What you mean? Like what?
Like you can't have sex with a woman unless she wants to allow you to have sex. It don't matter how bad you want. She controls the sex.
Okay. Yeah, I get that part.
Because I was about to say you sound a real Robert Kelly over here.
Real rapist. Yeah. Little rapey
little Rape and Pelage over here, my guy.
I get it when I want to, when I fucking feel like it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, hey, Nate walking in there and said, "Yo, either we fucking or I'm fucking." Like, Lord.
But I mean, you know, they gonna fuck you if they like you.
But what I'm saying is, it's like they control. Like for instance, it's like we just
right, they control it.
If you had to give, for the most part, if you had to give it, ultimately,
they going. Listen.
I'm telling you, but what
you said, if you dropping it down, they going.
But what I'm saying
is,
it's
having
like
them guys and they boyfriends, and you know, I must be going this from the side, like they husbands and shit. Boy, if they ain't dropping it off right in their drawers, you're still going.
Stay tied up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of times they just don't. You know, they like you for that. I'm one of them guys that's like,
yeah, and
cool. You like me for that, and I ain't interested in nothing else.
Yeah,
so
but what I'm saying is, if you was to ask, if you was to ask historically, like not now because the City Girls is up 20 to something, I guess, but you know, but if you think about it, it's like usually women ultimately going to want a committed relationship before men, like in the age because they mature. Yes. When we all hit a level of maturity, we want a committed relationship. We want that somebody that we could be with. We could do everything else. Women are just more mature, so I think they hit that level usually before us. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is, it's like men, a lot of times we want to have sex, and it's just like, I want to have sex. It's natural. We want to go sow our royal oats, but we don't really want them oats to come because we like, oats cost too much.
You want to sow them.
You know what I'm saying? We just want to kind of sow the oats. Like, but you know what I mean? So we usually want sex, and women want a relationship. So women, and so like, that's why I always say it's crazy when a woman to say something like, oh, well, we had sex, so that means we're in a relationship. No, you're not going to bully me into no relationship. You're not about to bully me.
Good,
you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, if the pipe fire, it's like you hit him with that button. It's like, so what are you know your favorite question when you drop some good dick off, a woman look at you and you're like, so what are we?
Friends. How
many of us have them? Friends. Someone you can call on. I hate you. All right. Okay.
You know what the problem I have with that is?
What?
You know, when you tell them like, this is what it is. We friends. Da da da.
That shit don't matter.
So let me just let you in.
It's automatic.
Let me just let you in.
I'm change.
Fox, give him some game.
I'm gonna change you.
Yes.
We gonna be in this relationship.
Yes.
Because I said so.
Listen, that's
because women be out here raping our time.
Y'all be thinking like, oh, you gonna change us, and we telling you
I'm different. If he's a good man, he gonna want me.
Gonna rock. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
And y'all be with the change of shit. And
that's
it don't
exactly
work. Now we
right.
like the bad guys.
That's exactly right. Women, we have this. Oh, friends. I want you like this. Okay, yeah, you say that now. But when I'm done with your ass,
you say that now. But when I get
hold
of
what I want, and we'll be the sweetest thing. We'll do exactly who we are, and this and that.
No. Y'all be exactly who we want, not who y'all are.
That too. We add a little sprinkle in there. We'll add a little sprinkle in there, and then we go back.
Peekaboo.
You know, it goes back to what it is that we want. How can we drive this in a direction of us being this vision that I have for you?
And that is a perfect example of why I don't understand why people just don't understand hypocrisy. For instance, men, we know I'm about to pull up in a fly ass car, apartment, all this other stuff. I'm about to have all this stuff going for me, and I'm gonna do all of this, and I'm gonna do this so that I can get that woman. You as a woman, it's like, yo, all of this stuff that you faking, you gonna fake that you this woman that I want to be in a relationship with, and you're not gonna be that woman. I'm gonna fake security. I'm gonna fake security and everything. Men fake security, women fake beauty. It's like once the makeup come off and the corset come off and the busted biscuits come out and the nails ain't done and blah, and then it's like, oh, and then they're like, well, you're so shallow if you don't love me. But if we tell a gold digger that, like, you're so shallow if you don't want me because I'm broke, they should have did better. You should have did better.
Yeah.
So
That's
I mean,
true.
it's
What Bama say?
Bama said, there's no man that wants to be married. No man wakes up one day and says, you know what? I'm tired of making my own decisions. I need someone to boss me around. I forgot what he got that from a comedian. I know what joke he quoting.
Why
and it's so funny.
do you feel like a woman will have to boss you around? Why do you need to succumb to it then if that's the case?
Because women all have, like, I don't know, I ain't gonna say women all, but it's like some of y'all have just had it bred in your DNA. It's like, I want these things. And it's the brat. The brat is what comes out as bossy. That brat that all of y'all got. That brat is what comes out as bossy. So it's not so much that y'all boss around. It's just like a child. When a child's like, I want chicken nuggets. That's being with a woman.
Now.
Yeah, that's being with a woman.
Now.
I want a wedding, a big dress. I want all of this stuff. Love me, poetry. Like,
that's right. I mean, what Bama say? Because I'm married, Fox. This is my life.
This is my happy wife.
Happy
no,
life.
No, Bama, rewrite that shit. Happy spouse, happy house. We ain't taking this shit no more. Happy spouse, happy house. Ain't none of that happy wife,
but
happy
that's
life.
a choice you make, though, Bama. So, like, you have to be accountable for your choices, okay?
Yeah.
So if you choose to let her have her fits and give her away, then that's okay. That's
but
you.
it's a
you
give it's a give and take relationship.
Okay.
You know how free, and I told you it goes back to that compartmentalizing thing. Like women mind is like, I forgot who said it, but it's like spaghetti. Everything is tied between y'all. Like that's why y'all so good at being detectives. Y'all remember like in 1991 he said this and that. 2022 he said this. You know what I mean? For us, we compartmentalize everything. It's like this shit over here on fire, step into the next room, close the door. You know what I mean? Oh, this shit on fire, step into the next room, close the door. We can literally sit and think about nothing. Y'all can't think about nothing.
No, because there's always something going on.
It's always something going on for us. We can, I'm telling you right now, me and Nate, we can sit there and we could be together kicking it, drinking, or something like that. And it'd be a 30-minute period where we sitting there thinking about nothing. Mind just open. We good with that. Women just words.
Everything has to have a explanation or
explanation, something like that. It's just what you sitting there think? That's why it's so hard for y'all to look at us and be like, "What you think about?" And we be like, "Nothing." He be like, "No, not true. It's something. Impossible. You have to be thinking." No, we don't.
I mean, unless you meditate, you think about something.
No, we could just not think about nothing. It's like our brain just be like, "Whoo, we've been working hard. Just sit here." Whoo, we could get done working out and just sit there and be like, "Whoo, need to catch my breath." 20 minutes of nothing. We could just sit down on the couch after something. 20 minutes of nothing. A woman, y'all can't turn y'all brain. That's why y'all like eating and sleeping so much, because that's the only time y'all can focus on one thing: food or sleep.
Well, it said all my women have FBI investigation skills.
Yeah. All women have FBI investigation. I don't know why the FBI. I don't know why FBI ain't all women. The FBI they should have a WFBI, and if they compare the WFBI with the real FBI, WFBI gonna smoke their ass. Because women be tying some stuff together like, oh, yeah, you know what it was? I remember you told me about your ex-girlfriend.
Maybe it's that.
Nah, y'all next level. Y'all next level. Because paying attention to detail, like, House pays attention to detail. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dudes on NCIS pay attention to detail. Y'all be next level like, oh, you know what? I remember what he said. He said that his ex-girlfriend liked candles, and then we saw in the mall, and I had a hint of such and such a candle, and then he came home and he had a hint of that candle on his clothes. So you know what? He must have messed around with her. Let me check his DM. Women's intuition. That's what women's intuition is.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, you right about that.
That's what women's intuition is. It's like, let me tie all of this together, and then they come with you. And women, this how you know women the feds. Because they don't even come bring some shit to you until they got the case wrapped up.
It's wrapped.
Like the feds. You know, it's like when the feds come for you and they say it's RICO charges, they're like, hey, we charging you with RICO charges. They got a 98% conviction rate. You know why? Because they don't bring
21 questions. 50.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm only asking you the question to see how you're going to respond. So I already know the
What do it
answer.
matter if I'm alive?
I already know the answer.
What do it matter if I'm alive?
I just want to see How are you gonna handle this? That's it. I want to see if your ass gonna lie to me about it.
So you
What if it matter if I'm gonna lie? Am I gonna get less time?
You might get less. Yes, I might.
I'm gonna get less of a sentence.
I might.
Bullshit.
You might get less of a sentence. You might if you tell the truth about it. But your ass lied, and okay, now you go. Here you go. And you lie to me, and I already know what the fuck is going on. Really?
Really? Is this what we doing? This and that. I'm gonna tell you right now. Women talk that shit. Like, if you just tell me, y'all saying that is like when you know why it don't work for us? Because we heard the same shit from my mamas. If you tell us the truth, the ass whooping ain't gonna be that bad.
Look,
I still couldn't feel my legs.
Mommy issues. We ain't talking about
still
mommy
couldn't feel
issues.
my legs.
They ain't got nothing to do with us.
They do got a lot to do with y'all.
Ain't got nothing.
Yeah, we got to deal with y'all daddy issues. Now
okay.
we got to deal with y'all daddy issues. So it's whatever.
Y'all can't tell.
Anyway, next question.
Don't be lying. Don't be lying.
Y'all can't handle the truth. Yo.
You don't even give us the opportunity to handle the truth.
We've seen what happened when we see you handle the truth. Because you tell us in your last relationship.
Handle the truth, ride with the truth, deal with the truth, and still stick through with that nigga.
Sir.
I'm sorry. Boop.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Booped himself.
See.
Here we are, Nate. Here we are. So the next question is being faithful hard?
Nate, is being faithful hard?
Yo, you just made it sound hard. My boy just ran at 26-2.
Why the sigh? Why the long sigh, Nate?
Man, I feel like I could love you. I could cherish you.
Mm-hmm. But you just can't be faithful to me.
The way y'all saw him on camera, the way he rubbing his, he got the Birdman hands. Birdman hands. Like, yeah.
Oh no!
You know what? It's a miserable, married, faithful dudes out there. They are miserably married, faithful.
Married, faithful
they
dudes.
Are. They honestly are. They want to do this and they want to do that, and this man, look at this mother. I tear the socks off.
So is that a reason? That's the reason why
they can't even live in their truth.
What's the truth about that?
Because I honestly, I feel like, man, they may not be destined for one woman, man, but they gonna try it.
You about to start Fox engine up.
And so, crack. They gonna fucking crack.
And so
they gonna crack.
Who gonna crack?
They gonna crack. I'm telling you, they gonna crack. Eventually, they gonna crack. Right, wrong.
Oh, the man.
They gonna crack. Yeah, they gonna crack. They gonna do it.
So you don't feel like a woman look at another man and be like,
yes, you do.
Damn, I get in the business.
You absolutely do. But when you want to go, let them drop it off in your drawers. You like that.
Oh, so now it's a problem, huh?
No. I ain't saying it's a problem. But you like this man. You are emotionally somewhat attached.
Why do you feel
like you want to be there?
Why do you feel like a woman have to be emotionally attached?
We gonna slay some shit and we gonna get up out of there.
So you don't think a woman can get that shit and bounce?
No.
How you figure?
No.
Why do y'all feel like women are just this emotional?
Hey! Don't be y'all. Talk to who you talking to. Talk to who you talking to.
Nate, why do you feel like women are so vulnerable and fragile that we can't?
I'm not saying y'all
get
fragile.
a dick, bounce, go on, do what we gotta do, live our life. Like, why you feel like that can't happen?
Because
maybe that's all you good for, dropping off a dick and bye.
Nate for 4-5 years with their husband.
That's what you think?
Hey. He said he just wanted to think better, y'all.
So it's like
I wanted to think more highly of y'all, but apparently y'all ain't whores just like us.
Just like y'all.
You got needs just like I got needs, man. And sometimes motherfucker ain't
put it. Pronounce your words. He over here. You got knees like I got knees. We all got knees.
Got head knees.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
KNEENEES.
Yo, I think what I don't know. That's Nate out back, boy. Here's your centrist right here. I'm Obama out here. Here you go with Trump and Sleepy Joe on the sides or something like that. I don't know. But,
women can take something and bounce. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yo, I think this is what it come down to. Is like I know, and I'm using you for an example that a lot of times that people only want to use their genetic differences when it's convenient. For instance, it's like, oh, men and women are the same. Men and women are the same. Men and women are the same. Then we do some other shit. It's like, well, it's different. It's different. It's different. And it's just the hypocrisy of it, right? And the hypocrisy of it is like, it's just what Dave was saying earlier. It's the double standards between the sexes. So when you think about it in the big scheme of things, It's the reason why men don't usually be good rulers. Like, we're good conquerors. Like, when you think of, like, the kingdoms, when you look at, like, them old kingdoms back in the days, like, the man rode around with his homies, was chopping people's head off, sending people to Valhalla, the whole nine. And the wife really did most of the ruling. They went and they talked to the queen. You know what I'm saying? They went and talked to the queen. They went and talked to the queen the whole nine.
It made shit move.
Yeah, because the queen is the one who actually rules. Men conquer, and women, and not to say women can't conquer, because I know somebody, some bro was sitting there with boxes with dick holes in them saying, I can conquer. Yeah, you too. Yeah, you got it. You got it over there, Rosie O'Donnell looking ass. But we just talking about, like, naturally, in the natural order of things, it's like in the house, for instance, it's like I go out there, conquer, cut down the trees, do all of this stuff, this, that, and the third. Fox run the house. She tell me when something broke. But the inner workings of the house, the paint on the walls, the curtains, all the stuff that's gonna go, or where the pictures go, and this and that. I don't care. It ain't even that I don't have no say so. If I had say so, she'd probably work with me. Be like, okay, baby, maybe we can put it. I don't care. This is her domain. I go out and conquer. She makes the house a home. So that's what they bring. And I think the thing about men is, like, we like to conquer. And that's why our relationship is so hard, because women rule, men conquer. So we about getting to that point of ruling and being a king. But we don't want to rule. Women rule. That's why women a lot of times prefer relationships. And that's just the science of it. Like, women prefer the relationship because they're better rulers. Women are just better rulers than us. They the day-to-day, all of that stuff, making it work, everything else. And women, and this is the funny thing, women would be like, well, you think it's a difference between men? Yeah, because y'all the first ones to say if y'all did the shit to us that we did to y'all, we would break.
Y'all
cool.
Will break in
okay,
half.
cool. Then men and women are different. So
and
men,
sad.
Okay, it's sad. Cool.
Put on your damn He-Man draws and deal with the shit just like we got.
First of all, He-Man only make draws.
Pull damn He-Man draws up.
Nope, because they don't make them in my size.
Ninja Turtle, whatever
Ninja
you gonna
Turtle,
do.
we can do Ninja Turtles.
Pull them shits up.
I got the
and
Ralphs.
Deal with it. That's like we gotta put our big girl panties on and deal with it. Y'all can pull that.
I'm
shit
just
up
saying people built for different things. So it's like a woman is better fit to rule. That's why women prefer relationships, because they're better at ruling. They don't care about the conquering in a game like this. Conquering, when it comes down to conquering men is too easy for women. Y'all just walk up. Easy. Y'all just walk up, pop a nipple out, boom, areola, get in the car. Like conquering is nothing to y'all, but ruling is the difficult point for us. Y'all, for us, it's like conquering's the hard part. We just got to get in like, oh, I want to conquer. We like dogs. We chase a school bus, and it's like, I'm gonna chase that school bus. If a dog catches a school bus, what you gonna do with it? Oh, damn, I caught a bus. Look, I'm holding this tire in my mouth. Look at my dumb ass. You know what I mean? So I think that's where, like, a lot of the differences about being fit, because we just want to conquer. We have an urge to conquer. That's why men with the right woman behind us, and we shift our focus from chasing other broads and doing all this other crazy shit. We shift our focus to, like, conquering businesses and conquering evolutions and investments and things for the family. But our job is to conquer. We need a woman to rule. Like, men just ain't, like, you ain't, when you seen single kings, you know what I'm saying? When you seen single kings in the Bible, in the Quran, in the Torah, and history, whatever, when you seen these single kings that don't have a woman by their side, because we need that counsel, because we only 50% of the puzzle. We need that other half. We need the yin to our yang. You know what I mean? So
that's great. What
we're
just
saying, different.
But they ain't got nothing to do with.
That's what makes
our own desires. It makes it
because conquering. Because guess what? Getting a new woman is conquering. We like to conquer. That's why we get weird. Like, y'all act weird before we have sex. We get weird after you have sex. Like, well, that's over. Caught that bus. I don't know what to do with it. I'm gonna chew on this tire for about another 30 minutes and buy a plan B and get out of here. Like, like that's what we're doing over here. So I mean, when you really think of it, that's what I'm talking about the difference of men and women. The challenge for them and how they how they affect and show their dominance is through ruling. And for men, for us, it's just like we just want to conquer. So once we conquer, it's like we conquered that, we're done.
Why is it a surprise that a woman may want or may? So I don't know. I just feel like
we're talking about faithful. I don't know what you spot to slide to.
Men feel as though, I don't know why men feel as though a woman, once they are in a relationship, they become blind. Or
no, nobody's saying that.
Or their desires cease.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying on a level from this is why I believe. So, all right, let's just explain. I'm not saying that women cease. I'm not saying all of that stuff. I feel like this is why I think it's easier for women to be faithful, because we love the chase. It's like Alpo when he said, yo, I just love the game. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just love the game. If I was to hang my jersey up, you think they still gonna love me?
They gonna love me.
I'm like one of these ball players out here. You know what I'm saying? They Alpo and Rich Porter out here. You know what I mean? That's how you be feeling in the game or whatever. And it's like, yo, you playing the game, and that's the part of the game. That's the chase for us. That is the adrenaline point. We run it down, boom, we get it, we give it the best, try to give it the best dick she ever had. Conquered, yeah, that's what get brain into us. And then now it's like, fuck, I'm supposed to do with this now. And now that's when she start acting right, like,
Creole boy Derek. Yep.
Boy, old sin out here.
Creole boy.
Cat, more women cheat than we believe. Yo, yeah, women cheat. Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. Women cheat.
They vicious too, boy.
They vicious.
Oh, we gotta be vicious just because we do it.
Yo,
because we be letting our guard down. Y'all know we ain't shit. Y'all know y'all let a serpent into the.
They gonna go suck a dick and you gonna kiss them in the mouth afterwards. You gonna be like, yo,
Lord.
You ain't even gonna know. You ain't even gonna know, bro.
Hey, and
hey,
you over there kissing your girl in the mall. Hey, you over there kissing your girl in the mall, and Nasty Nate over there in the Gucci belt.
Like, yeah. I took her down through there.
Boy, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I taste like.
Go on in, Creole boy. What's up?
Yeah, boy, you know I'll go in. I'm going to sit back and listen. Hey, boy, you know you always welcome, fam. We family. You know, you could chop in like you want. I read the comments. Yo, does love distract you from your goals? What you think, Fox?
I would say it does, only because those people who have attachment issues, I think that's when it distracts you from your goals. Because if you tie yourself to one person or multiple people, whatever, if you tie yourself to whatever relationship it may be, I think that we tend to lose ourselves in that person or in that thing, and we forget what it is that we want individually. And so everything encompasses around this relationship that we have instead of what it is individually that we want to attain.
Cool. Nate, what you think?
Listen, man, I ain't losing myself for no woman, because I'm going to go get to this bag. And eventually you're going to reap the benefits of me getting to this bag. So if you lose yourself along the way from me getting to this bag, it is what it is. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
You just going to be like, bye, if she lose herself in y'all?
Bye.
Because do you feel like she would hinder you from?
Yeah, so like how you don't understand me getting to it? How you understand it? I gotta make my time.
You gotta get through it to get to it.
You want me to make time for you, and what they say, you make time for what you want.
Yeah, you make time for things you want. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm making time. But sometimes a
woman
woman may
time.
feel like it ain't enough time.
Mm-hmm. It ain't enough
Big fact.
So
that's
listen,
true.
I gotta sacrifice my success, me building, me, getting to that next level for your time.
So do you think that goes into us having expectations?
I'm gonna give you that time, but like at some point, it's like I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing to get to that point for your time.
So do you think that goes into? Do you think that women should lower the expectation of time from a man then who's after the bag,
man,
like you say?
You want the time? You're gonna be broke, dusty, and y'all gonna be living crazy, etc. It's for real.
Do you like ramen? Do you like ramen?
You like ramen?
Shrimp
You like
flavor.
ramen, or you like
Shrimp
fucking
flavor.
wagyu? You like ramen, or you like wagyu?
What you like?
I'm working on motherfucking wagyu.
If you want ramen, this ain't ramen.
All you want in the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, I'm not doing that. So we gonna get there. Just ride with me, baby. I'm keeping a stack with you. I'm riding with you. Like, no, I ain't doing that.
I don't know. Like, obviously, I'm usually in the middle of most things because I'm a devil's advocate. So I think love does get
rough. I got a problem. I'm rough.
Yeah, and two things can be true. Yeah, that's the thing. But I think that love does get in the way. But it's kind of like, so love get in the way because it distracts you and it takes time away from what you're doing. But also love can focus you later. Like, for instance, an example of a lot of men, what happens is like, we out here and we dealing with women. It's a waste of time. Anybody that ain't your wife, realistically, you might have learned a new skill, learned a new thing, this and that, da. But overall, most of those little things that you think are conquest is a waste of time. So we waste that time there. But on the back end, when you get the right woman behind you, now the love is giving you a boost because now it's putting your life in order so you can build your legacy and do everything else. So yes, it's one of those things. It's like is a car a waste of money or a house a waste of money? It depends on what you do with it. Like if I buy an old school car It's like, was that a waste of money? I bought this old school car. I drop a 632 motor in it. I drop a supercharger on it. It's fast as hell. It's this and that. If all I'm gonna do is sit in the garage, it's a waste. But if I take that thing out to the track, I'm doing my thing. I wind up doing podcasts and doing all this stuff about racing this car. That was an investment. So it's like, it all depends on what that love, what you reap from sowing with that love, right? And it don't matter if you're even talking about a relationship, just even with your kids. Like, sometimes you can lose yourself in your kids.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Any relationship that you have, I think that attachment.
I think that's different.
You lose yourself.
No, when it comes down to love will distract you from it, because it's like, when you think about, like, when you going after the bag, and the thing and like what you talking about is like, yo, you should understand me going after the bag. And then she asked about time, like, should women lower their standards of time? It's not lower your standards of time. It's that understand that if a man is moving in a direction, you either agree with the direction and sacrifice your time so that man can move in that direction, or you don't like the direction he going in and jump ship. At the end of the day, the man is like, in relationships with, and I'm just talking about my relationship, and most of the men around me, our relationship, we the captain of the ship, the woman is the navigator. I don't turn left, I don't turn right, I talk to Fox. Fox will say, baby, I think we should go left.
He go right anyway. But
depends. But if I go right, I tell you why I go right. It's not like a blind thing. Like,
and you expect for her to ride with you when you going right.
She gonna ride with me, but
give him hell while I'm riding.
No, but the thing about that is like, the thing about leadership too is we can't do as men is like, we can't just expect, because we know who we are, for a woman to know who we are and just blindly follow us. We got to give them a reason to follow us. So it's like, to ride with you.
But your action and your conviction and everything you're doing, that's not enough?
It depends on. Yeah, sometimes it's enough for some people. Sometimes it isn't. Like, for instance,
because action, right?
Oh, yeah, but
show me.
But yeah, but
I'm
action is this.
You where we going?
But that works for some. Everybody got a different standard of asking, right? So it's like, for instance, it's like if you deal with woman A and you show her your workload and all this stuff you're doing, she's like, I seen enough, I'm good. And then you work with woman B who done been with some killers and gorillas and the whole nine. She like, nah, I need a little more than that. So everybody needs some more. It's like, you know what I mean? And it's with everything, physical, mental, financial, everything. You make $250,000 a year. Some women is like, oh, other women is like, step them numbers up. No. You know what I'm saying? It's like, from a physical standpoint, you look at a woman and be like, oh, she got this and that. Oh, her ass fat. And you be like, I ain't fat enough. Yeah. Titties look good. Ain't good enough. She pretty. She ain't pretty enough. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with dudes. It's like he tall. You like what you see, yeah. And we really locked in on the physical a lot of times, especially with men. We just gotta like what we see. Women like what they see too, but I feel like women are just a little more mature.
Bro. I ain't gonna say we locked in.
Not locked in, a bad choice of words.
We like the physical.
I think that's too generic, because women like the physical.
I think for men, because I'm like, that's what I was about to say. Like, we like physical too. We looking like goddamn. So I think that.
That's why they getting dick down by pool boys and Instagram
they like
gym.
The motherfucking physical. Because we like the physical too. Like
rubbing on their cheeks. Like, it's a sensual massage.
Broke.
Yeah.
Broke.
Well, they
Toyota
serve their purpose.
And they can't do
They're
nothing
served
for you.
their purpose.
You gonna go out there in public.
They serve their purpose. Like I said, like you just said. There you go. Admitting right now that we can just get there and bounce. That goes full circle right back to what I'm saying. And we go back to where we were supposed to original schedule programming, you know?
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, see?
A little bit.
What?
I'm about to walk the fuck out. Saying, I married this woman. Oh, hot and tied over here.
I'm not.
All right. What's next?
I just know both sides.
Good luck on this one, Fi. You want me to leave that one alone? Actually, before I jump in that one.
Yeah, no, that was for.
Okay, it's for who? All right.
Yeah.
Extramarital affairs, pros and cons.
What's the pros and cons? We've all been married before, right? And currently. So, what's the pros and cons of extramarital affairs, guest? Nate, we got Nate in the building.
Nate the Great.
Hold on.
Nasty Nate.
Extramarital affairs.
Mm-hmm.
Cheating on your spouse.
What is the pro and what is the con?
While he thinking, let me think. Dave, the petty savage, said, the physical is what brought me in. So until I know more, that's all I got to go off in the beginning. And that's big facts. A lot of women tend to forget that, especially when y'all sit here and y'all showing all these beautiful pictures on Facebook. I didn't come for poetry. You know what I'm saying? I came because you was fine. And then when I come because you fine. I
want them Baptist sermons. I want them butt cheeks on the sink. That's what I came for. All right?
You had the butt cheeks on the sink in the picture. Don't be trying
butt cheeks on the sink in the Baptist sermon, and I don't want the Baptist sermon. Nope. I want the butt cheeks on the sink.
Because I ain't even look at Psalms 122. No, I didn't look at it. Exactly. Nah, but that's what happened, and that goes back to one of them things that people fail to realize. What you advertise is what you gonna pull in. Like the truth is living your truth and be who you are, right? Like if you whiskey, be whiskey. Don't try and be all the liquor in the world. If you a Ferrari, be a Ferrari. If you a dually truck, be a dually truck. If you a race car, be a race car. Whatever. But what happened is too many people try to be everything, and they want everybody to like them because they go on to social media, look at all this stuff, and they want everybody to like them, everybody to love them, and all that stuff. So all you doing is out opening yourself up to too many people. It's like Ferrari. When the last time you seen a Ferrari commercial? They don't do commercials, you know what? Because they don't need to. Because people who want, who want Ferraris,
you see the standard. You see it.
You see the standard. Ferrari. Yeah. It's like I'm a Ferrari. I don't got to sit out here and tell you I'm a Ferrari. Yeah. So you know what? I don't care how good you look or how good of a driver and all that other stuff you do. If you're not in the Ferraris, cool. You save me the time of eliminating you. Mm-hmm. I don't got to go through that. So people, if they just decide to go through a shallower pool of people that are more built for them, they would save themselves this hassle. But instead, it's like, well, let me get everybody's attention. What you need all that attention for? Because that's a distraction. No. I just want the people who drive Ferraris. If you want Lamborghinis, keep going. I'm not trying to win you over.
They want the Lamborghini, the money, the clothes,
some
the
women
like this, and
some women. I think that's the one that's boastful and noisy about it. You know, I don't think.
But
those
same women,
single woman.
Those same women. It depends on when you. Like, this is a perfect example.
I ain't mad at you for feeling like that though.
Yeah, I feel it's not every woman like.
Like what
some women are materialistic and vain.
I just know what I'm dealing with, and a lot of them are materialistic.
Yeah.
And that's what you're gonna get. So,
but what you got to think is, if they don't know how to if they don't know how to value that,
they gonna give you all that fucking materialistic, and you gonna give them that. But the back part of that is your character, your morals, who you are as a man.
But if you don't advertise,
give a fuck about that.
If you don't advertise that, so first,
bro, you can advertise that, and they don't give a fuck about that.
Okay, some people not going to
on that.
But that's the thing about it is, it's like this is the same thing for. This is one thing that I will agree that's the same for men and women. What you advertise, what you initially advertise and lure people in with, is what people came for. If a woman do nothing but show us she got a body done, she went to Miami, she spent the good money, she don't look like, she ain't built like a bag of clothes no more. You know what I'm saying? When we see her, we want the body. All she did was show us pictures of cheeks. She said, hey, look, this light bulb's out, but it's a whole picture of her ass. You can't even see the light bulb. When we show up, we came for the ass. We came for that. So for dudes, when we sit there in that situation, we show off the truck, we show off the house, we show off the jewelry, we show off we fly, we do this and that. She came for that. She didn't come for the substance.
To be associated with that.
But the thing is that booty, them titties, that pretty face, all the makeup, the weave, and all that shit.
Bad.
No, not even that. Talk about to go bad, but what it is, it's shiny.
Go bad.
It's the shiny shit. That's what it is. All of that, when a woman put on all the fake beauty, that's shiny. Yeah. When we put on all the fake, when we put on all the clothes, the this and that, how many dudes you got?
I can say that's true for some women. I do know, for women, we like the physical as well, and we'll look and be like, damn. But it's what my mother always told me: stay away from them fine motherfuckers because they the devil. All right, they the devil. And God damn it, she right. Because anybody that I looked at or saw in a relationship with or just lust after or wanted or was with or whatever, they ain't no good. Oh, my God.
I disagree.
Like, let me tell you. Well, this is my experience then, I'm saying. From my experience, from what I see, I can go back to a story I said, I think maybe podcast 3 or 4. There was this guy, right? Oh, my God. He was so fucking... Oh, my God, to me, right?
Hand me my pistol.
And,
how fine is he? How fine is he?
Hella fine. He was hella fine. He was fine. And I lusted after this man. Oh, my God. Like, I just wanted, I don't care. He had a wife, kids, everything. Oh. I didn't care. I'm like, I just, And one day... it was just something about this man. I'm like, he got a wife. Let me stop doing this. I had to get this off me, and I done prayed about it and everything. Lord, please get it off me. I just want that man married, Lord, please, and whatever, just get him off me. You know, and I'm walking down the street. I make sure he see me. I make, you know, all this. You know, he's winking and, you know, talking, whatever. And there was one day, I just thought he was just like the perfect man because he had his wife and kids and they was doing well and all this stuff. And I rode by one day, pick up my mom, and I seen red paint all over his garage door in his house and stuff. And immediately I knew, I'm like, oh, this dude was cheating. This dude wasn't no good, blah, 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 whatever.
That was a good save.
That was, what was a good save? Oh, the cheating?
Nah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So I was like, he ain't no good. This is the first thing I thought about. I'm like, he cheating on his wife already, whatever. But here go me. I wanted to be with him anyway, you know? So he was cheating. I'm like, he ain't as good as I thought he was. You know, giving a hell, you know, just really giving a hell when I ended up finding out what the story was about it. I was like, damn, you know, something look good on the outside, but it's not necessarily good. And that was an example of what I'm talking about when I say, oh, when my mom said, stay away from them fine guys because they the devil. That's how I feel. They're going to give you hell. They're going to give you hell.
I mean, so.
Majority.
So to the comments,
because they know they fine.
Jake McGill, he said, all about prior discussion. Like if that's an expectation, then no issue as long as both parties continue to accept it. But once one's not okay, the shit's over. So that really goes to anything we was talking about earlier. Yeah. It's about what you're willing to accept, and it's about balance. In the words of Mama Boucher, the devil.
Yes, the devil.
The devil.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah. So like what I was saying is like men and women, we both fake some shit, right? So that's the shiny stuff, right? Women showing a bunch of beauty, they showing the corset, the waist trainers, they drinking flat tummy tea, like that shit going out of style. They over here with the wigs and the makeup and all of that stuff. All of that stuff is the shiny stuff.
Well, on set come, you might get killed.
Oh yeah, you might get killed. Yeah. When with dudes, we do all that stuff. We show money, we show the muscles, we show the flex, and we strong. All of that stuff is to show you we could provide and protect. Women show beauty,
and it's broke, baby,
and broke, baby. But all of that is just the shiny shit. So what happens is like if you put that out there, right? If you just put out the shiny stuff, I put out my big ass truck on rims. Mm-hmm. You put out the ass and titties and this and that, It's gonna garner way more attention because sex sells. But the point of the matter is that now you got 1,000 people to go through, and you see 1,000 of these people, and they ain't it. You have if you go and do the other stuff. If you go and do the other stuff, you that's the things that you can do. When you go into the deeper stuff, you'll get less people. You might get 3 or 4 people, but the 3 or 4 people will be more compatible. So I would say when we like to get back to where we was at with the pros and cons of marital affairs is like, I think that for professionals, I think people got to stay in their tax bracket. I'm talking about like professionals, like, you know, like the women and men who make a ridiculous amount of money and stuff like that. I think people got to stay in their tax bracket with that shit. Because like all of that shit right there where it's like, when you having because when I think of extramarital affair, we consider that cheating.
Tax bracket.
Huh? You what?
We don't stay in our tax bracket. That don't matter to us about how much money you make. You just pretty.
Well, just
with them cheeks.
Well, just in our range, right? That's like so it's now, in our range what you can get.
To keep you, that turns into something different.
What does it turn into?
Now we're looking at how much money you make and what can you do with them.
It depends on how much money you make,
etc. That's what matters. Like at first, it's just you pretty and.
That's what real you in. That's going to like what Dave comment is when he was saying like the physical is what brought me in.
We like what we see, but to keep you is a matter of if I fall and I ain't got that no more, are you gonna stay?
Oh, so now you want to look at the value of the person.
But that's the thing about.
But that's what we do. I don't give a damn what none of these motherfuckers say. You like what you see at first, but for longevity, is she gonna stay?
Mm-hmm.
I think the better way to describe what you're saying is like that's why we usually don't marry 10s. Like the woman we look at and we like, damn, she a 10.
Nah,
who married 10s?
You want a 10?
No.
In your perspective.
But what I'm talking about is like the woman that you would look at and be like, yo, that's a 10. So pick somebody famous that's a 10.
Beyonce.
I knew he was gonna say that. She ain't no goddamn 10 without that makeup, y'all.
Yo,
oh my god.
But what
Rihanna.
Damn, Fox, you touchy subject.
Beyonce, Rihanna.
Okay, but what I'm saying
is dead. They dead.
But what I'm saying is like I don't know nothing about them. What happens is, and this is the fact of the matter, is when you're a 10, male or female, you lack other qualities because you didn't have to develop those qualities. Like when you meet a woman and she's 100%, you look at it, everybody like, yo, you could go across, every dude's like 9.5, 10. They up there like this, the slam dunk contest. She probably ain't funny. She probably don't got no substance. Because she ain't never need to have none of that stuff. All of the things that we develop.
Just comes.
Yeah, all of the things that we needed to develop, like being funny. I didn't make you laugh on all our dates and stuff like that because I was the most handsome man you ever seen in your life. No, that's a skill I developed because at best I'm medium handsome. I get it. I know where I'm at in the bracket. So I got to bring some other shit in. I mean, Nasty Nate, he gorgeous. But for us regular men.
Gorgeous gangster.
Somebody get fab out here. Man, let's get on to the next one. Fabulous out here. Do you want to do this next one?
What's this next one?
Yeah, I need some drink. What? Patron?
This is, yeah, this is probably our real. Okay. Are relationships in recent time becoming more casual and less committed? If so, why? He ain't ready for that.
Nah,
he ain't about that life.
None of that.
Ain't about that life. Put that's the shotgun. He doesn't want the shotgun. Anyway, Fox, Nasty Nate. Are relationships in recent time becoming more casual and less committed? Yes. Either whatever your answer is, why?
Yes.
All right, ladies first.
Okay, you guess
this
first.
This is about what you could do for me now.
Eddie, what have you done for me lately? Miss
I
Fufu.
would say so. Now? I would say so. Yep. I think you're absolutely right because it's more like, what's up? What you got now? Not even what you done for me lately. What can you do right now?
What about the future?
Yeah.
And what's now?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
And then now turns into, okay, you doing this now. If your ass fall off, boy, you're in trouble.
Damn, dog. Yeah, I think so. I agree with y'all saying, and I think it really comes down to it's the what you could do now. I think we don't have the hindsight to look towards what we want and what we grow to. We look at what we want right now, and we look at all this stuff that we think we need and everything else, but it's hard for us to see like who we gonna be in the future and what we need, and it's hard to discertain what is a good man or woman. Like it's hard to discertain because that's really objective thing to you. Like, what's a good man or woman? Like, we might overlap in some areas about what's a good woman, and it will overlap in some, like our core, like if you was to ask me and you raw question, like our core stuff is going to be about the same. But it's a lot of stuff that's going to end up pushing us in different directions. So I do agree that, and I also think the other thing about why relationships have become a little more casual is just because people haven't been being fulfilled, so they don't want to invest in as much.
I agree with that too. And not only that, we've been traumatized from past relationships and everything like that. We don't trust ourselves to even develop. So we try to avoid that. We try to avoid the hurt. So we just get into, well, I don't want nothing serious. We just going to kick it, or we just going to whatever. That way, I don't got to deal with your bullshit because I know you full of it.
And I can get out when I'm ready.
And I'm bouncing. I'm bouncing. If it becomes too serious and that you are what, in fact, I need, I'm going to run from it.
Yeah.
I'm going to run from it.
So you don't want no vulnerability.
Women don't now.
Men don't either.
Yeah, okay, and I can agree. So it was like here and here. So now it's kind of coming up the same because of the hurt factor.
Except being vulnerable.
I think that
when I came into her life.
I think
when I came into her life, I kicked the door in. I waved the 4-4.
I think that varies on the person. You know, where they are, what stage they are in their life. You know, if they're willing to open themselves up, to allow themselves to be hurt. Because when you're in relationships, I mean, so you in a relationship to grow. That's why you're paired with this person. Nothing is going to be perfect. This is to grow. He over there
looking like I just came.
You're going to grow. So you're going to feel this shit. It's going to hurt. It's going to feel like nothing you've ever felt before. But you're going to have to grow through those things. So if you choose to and if you're ready to grow, then I say you will be open up to be more vulnerable with the person you're with. It's like I can't let fear override my growth. And that's unfortunately what a lot of people do.
In other words, she's telling you why you ain't shit, Nate.
So
okay. That's just what she's telling you.
You're going to grow. You're going to be vulnerable. You're going to tell these people what you want, who you are. And you do that. And then what?
You still might get hurt. You still might get hurt.
Everybody's not. That's like expecting everybody to accept you is the equivalent of expecting like if you, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to tell them this car got 100,000 miles on it. I'm going to tell them I did an oil change. I'm going to tell them it's new tires. I'm going to tell them this and that. And they don't buy the car. They didn't want the fucking car. They just didn't want, like, you just wasn't the person to be with. Like,
don't waste my time. You know you ain't want this.
Boy, you sound like a scorned woman. You about to join the bitter bitch committee. Sounding like that. Sound like a scorned woman. Well, don't waste my time, then. Why is you here? Ain't nobody supposed to be here. Come on, Deborah.
Like, I ain't never that. But it's a reality, though, right? So you reacting off of those. You reacting over those things, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But what I'm saying is like everybody, like, you have to. I think so. Fox.
I'm cool with it though, because I'm willing to accept what I dish out. A lot of motherfuckers ain't willing.
But why? So what are you dishing out? What are you dishing out? That's the question.
Yo, Dave, and not to cut y'all off while y'all think about that, Dave said gonna be crying like Denzel and Glory saying fuck that bitch. Yo, I don't think it's about. I think you just got to understand. Fox made this really clear and expectation. People get caught up in like love. Like Fox is a slow boil. Like being in a relationship with Fox is a slow boil where it's just like Fox. Like if you came to meet somebody dope, you meet Fox, and like anybody that meet Fox and you learn Fox and you get some time with it and stuff like that, you realize she is dope as fuck. She got her flaws like anybody else, but she dope.
Okay.
But she dope. So what happens is she a slow boil though. Like for her feelings, it takes a while. Like for her to cook, she Fox got to go. Let me check off, because once she check off all the boxes, once it's like yep. Say it's 1,000 little boxes in her Fox brain. It's like boop 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 boop. She hit that 1,000th box, boom. Okay, I'm in. You know what I'm saying? So when she hit that last switch, boom, she in. And when she on switch 998 and 2 more switches left, she is not in. She is not fucking in, right? So what happens is like
it ain't 100, it ain't 1,000, it ain't what it is, it ain't complete.
Yeah, so I think that a lot of times with people, we just got to realize that we just have to realize that like people come in our life. Some people got purpose, some people don't. I got people.
Yes, people got purpose, some people don't. So what do you think it would take for you to be vulnerable to somebody?
Miracle. Jesus.
Walk with me,
Lord.
Nah, I ain't gonna
Walk with me.
I could be vulnerable, but I ain't going back and forth.
I can't
man.
stand y'all. I just want to let y'all know.
I ain't going back and forth, man. Look, man, this is who I am. This is what I do. And I'm going to accept you for who you are and what you do. It's not a lot of us like this, man, that will accept those things. And I feel like when it gets to that point, motherfuckers gonna jump ship or not, and that's just what it is. And then at that point, I feel like I done wasted my motherfucking time.
That is me. Like when you're talking about wasting time, that wasting time part, I cannot stand for my time to be wasted because I'm letting you know what it is up front. You know, so don't lie to me. Give me an option to choose because you're taking my freedom away to choose whether or not I want to deal with this shit.
You give a motherfucker the option to choose and the freedom, and you tell them, look, I ain't doing this, da-da-da. Mm-hmm. I'm going to change this.
You feel like they're gonna say,
you know what, we're gonna change this. And then when that shit don't happen, now you look like the bad guy.
So when what doesn't happen? When they say they don't want to change?
Their expectations of what.
Oh, you're saying when a woman say, okay, you're old. We do have that about us, where it's like what we're talking about earlier on the podcast. Yes, you're right. We have to take accountability for the stuff. Like if this man, because not in all cases a man will tell you, hey, I'm only about this and this is what I want. Not in all cases. More often than not, a man is gonna pretend to be whatever it is just so he can conquer.
So I feel like sometimes women pretend. You are who you are. So I can have women that I'm dealing with, and I'm gonna take you out. We can go on trips. Da da da. It can be misconstrued as leading to a relationship. But I'm just a good nigga, so like I ain't gonna do no bitch ass shit. We gonna go hang out and da da da. Oh, my bad.
We're gonna have to put this on delay next time.
Delay.
So one thing I would say that I saw from. This is Zocrook Therapy, It says if you're waiting until you have it all figured out before you enter a relationship, you'll be waiting forever.
You ain't gonna be in a relationship.
Because relationships are meant to expose parts of yourself that you can't see or heal on your own. There's no way to prepare yourself for what romantic love will reveal. The relationship is the classroom and you are the student. And that's 100. Like, I totally believe that. I believe life itself is the damn classroom.
I mean, it's kind of like a fight, right? Like, well, men, what we fail to realize about a relationship sometimes is like when you put yourself in a relationship, you put yourself in a vulnerable spot. For instance, like stepping in the ring, boxing, fighting. We put ourselves, you're in a vulnerable spot because you just stepped in here with a dude and you got to fight. So what happens is we put ourselves in that vulnerable spot and then we just we expect it to work out. It's like, it's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to have to fight through some things. You're going to get tired. You're going to want to give up. Sometimes you give up. Sometimes you get knocked out and you're done, but you get back in the ring the next time. So it's like the same thing where it's like, you know what I mean? You just have to learn from it, right? And that's why a lot of times as men, we look back at past relationships and be like, damn, you know, I should have did this or I should have did that. But that's wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge right after you needed it, right? So it's like, oh, I should have known. You didn't know that. You didn't know to make these decisions. You weren't that man at that time, so you couldn't make those decisions. So you have to get in relationships. You have to get in relationships and try. And if you're not getting in relationships to try and moving with purpose, then you're never going to grow at the level you want to grow. Like the most growth that I've had in my life has been in my marriages.
You're going to keep
like
repeating
in my
the same thing.
Yeah, it's like my previous marriage. Like every relationship that I've been with, I can't say much that I've learned about anything in any relationship to a woman I wasn't married to. And it's like my ex-wife and my current wife. My last wife, because we're going to go die together. But that's where you really learn, because it's like, all right, all the chips is on the table. This is what it is. I'm
just
exposed.
Like it says, you expose yourself.
And now my veil's down. You found out that it was like, I told you I was Superman, and then you find out I ain't Superman.
You fucking.
Oh, you thought I was Iron Man? You thought I was Iron Man? It's
Batman,
like, oh, you Iron Man? Oh, you Iron Man? Yeah, you Iron Man? No, I'm just Tony Stark, so I ain't got no damn suit. You got me out here. I got a little react in my chest. Help. Pepper, help. Like, you know what I mean? So is that growth, we need that. Like, we need that in relationships.
I think in life we need that, because that's the sole reason why we're here, to grow.
And life
our
is
soul
all
has to
relationships.
extend, right? And you're right about that. And I think that when another thing too to keep note of is, if you get hurt, it's growth, right? And if you say you're going to be by yourself to practice healing and doing all this stuff I got to get my shit together. Oh, my God, I got to go this and whatever. That's fine. But how do you know when you're ready? How do you know when you're ready to do or to be this person you want? You got to fucking put yourself out there. You got to get back into the relationship. You got to
get in the ring.
And not that relationship, but get back into a relationship that you find, that you deem appropriate for yourself, and go through those things and see how you've changed from one relationship to the next, one situation to the next, how you respond to different things that happen.
Word. This put me on.
The B-Bill. The B-Bill according to Fox.
Welcome.
This the Fox Bible, y'all.
Get on your shit.
Fucking Fox Chronicles.
Fox Chronicles. Welcome to Auntie Fox's Corner.
Bama, what's up, Bama?
Bama, we back, baby. Are dating apps making love less meaningful?
Hell yes. I would say yes. I would say it's making it less meaningful, because everybody's just like social media. They only putting out the good shit. They only like, but hey, no, they make it look like if you look at everybody's profile, even now, what you like to do? Oh, I like to travel. I'm like, listen, going to Atlanta is not traveling.
It's like,
and you already live in Georgia. Going to Miami.
Where you like traveling?
Where you traveling?
Where you like traveling? I don't have a car.
You ain't go nowhere. But how you like traveling?
You can't even get to the airport.
You like the
and
idea.
You ain't got a passport?
You like the idea of traveling.
You like the idea of traveling.
Say that. Yeah. Like, say that. Be genuine and say that. I would love to travel. Say that instead of, I like traveling. I like going. No, be real about yourself.
No money.
You ain't got no money to go to catch a plane ticket. Oh, you want somebody to pay your ticket? Like, be for real.
You want to get flew, and this the crazy
shit.
Flued out. Yeah, and you want to get flued out.
Yeah,
you want to get flued out. You want to go some places. How many times have you like met somebody, a herd of women, and whatever the situation is? We heard women, they like, oh, I would love to travel. It's like, so where you been? Well, I ain't never been out of
nowhere. Oh, I've been to Atlanta. I've been to.
You live in Georgia.
Right.
You live in Warner Robins.
Take your monkey ass to San Tropez.
Yes.
Yeah,
You ain't been nowhere outside or nowhere further than your home state, and you say you want to travel.
We got
I like travel. I don't know. I just don't consider
county.
Travel as like anywhere if you're 3 states around you. I just don't.
Now I'm gonna tell you like this. Like if I consider it travel, if you do something like. Say you go to the West Coast and you make a 2-week trip out of it, dotting a bunch of places that you want to hit. Route 66, you want to hit Area 51,
outside
the Grand Canyon,
US,
Vegas.
Travel.
And if you want to do that inside the U.S., that's travel. If you want to go, even if you go Oconus and you go to Hawaii or Alaska, do a hunting trip, you do something, I still consider that's on the travel board. But when you're talking about, I love anything that you love, you should have some experience with it. For instance, I love shooting guns. I have a lot of fucking experience shooting guns. You know what I'm saying? It's like I love watching. I love MMA. I have a lot of experience with MMA. I've watched MMA. I'm a fan of MMA, a student of the game, a fighter myself, and used to be a fighter. And all of that, it's like you have to want some stuff. you have to have had some experience with some stuff. How you know you like it? Yeah. Like how you know I love this.
It's the
you love the idea
of it. And
but just like a lot of times in a relationship, it's like you don't love me. You love the idea of me. Because once you know me, you gonna back out. Because guess what? This is a warrior. This right here is a warrior. Because you can love me all you want. Oh, you love the idea of me. Once you got to deal with me when I go off about 16 times in a 2-week period, you have to be a warrior. You know what I'm saying, Fox?
Come into my room and we can see that we are more than thugs.
Hey, I am work. Jack. That's why I understand. And it's one of the reasons why I took some time and I looked at Fox and I was like, Fox done worked all my goddamn buttons. And I was like, you know what? I'm a cold piece of work myself.
I'll be like, red
yeah.
button, green,
and I'm thinking like, yo, why she doing all this? And you know what? I done did her buttons the same way. She just not as volatile as me. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like I done did the same thing to her buttons. So it's like, you know what? While I'm sitting here looking at enough. Enough.
Dude,
but you know, she over it. Hey, she leaning into. You know how you say something like, yeah, man, my outfit ain't looking that good. Yeah, that shit ugly. In fact, DJ Cat Show shirt wearing, like, come easy. Easy.
Do them damn buds.
Pump the brake, ma'am. Ma'am. Like, my uncle was like, he's like, this the new era of flossing. It's like people just took it to another level of flossing. The crazy thing is, like, it goes back to that thing when you was competing. Like, back in the day, like, boom, you know what I mean? We had our fun. Like, our golden era of, like, acting the ass, just being stupid, late 90s, early 2000s, right? We all in that age bracket where it's like late 90s, early 2000s. That's when we was, like, out in the clubs, cutting up, breaking day, all that stuff. Like, we ain't trying to stay out till 6 o'clock in the morning. Now, you coming home with me, I'm going home by myself. Okay, maybe whore over here. What you got?
Outside.
I be outside.
Nothing to be proud of.
Hey, he leaned up to the mic looking. He leaned up to the mic looking like Coco when you try to feed her some new shit.
Ain't
what is that?
I be outside.
Stretch your nose out a little bit, sniff it.
Anyway, when we had so boom. Let's put it like this: if we was to go ahead and go story for story right now, what 10-year span is we talking?
We're not.
No, we're not about to do that. But if we went a 10-year span, when we talking? That is going to be early 2000s, late 90s, because that's just the age we at. That's when we was out here 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Like we done had phenomenal times since then. We done grew. We not the same dudes we was in our early 20s.
No, we trying to go to bed.
Thank God.
9.
That's a fact.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't no dude, but
thank God.
Y'all be trying to go to bed like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
I be trying.
Reasonable time.
9:30, 10 o'clock.
Y'all can't hang out the way y'all want to no more. It ain't the same no more.
Goddamn 12:30.
You still out there? He's still out there hoeing, guys. He's still out
there.
He
is for the streets, the subways, the canals, the alleyways.
Canals? Damn.
He is for the coliseums, the neighborhoods.
But I'm dope.
You dope.
Heroin was also for the streets.
Heroin's dope.
Guess what?
Heroin was also for the streets.
The canals, the alleyways.
The canals, the alleyways, the backyard brawls, the project hallways.
Like, man, get out of here, bro. Like, yo, let me get into some Can't Make This Shit Up that B-Rabbit sent me. B-Rabbit had another thing that came, but we done been all up and down that, so let me hit these numbers. Yo, so I don't know if you've been listening lately. We got a segment called Can't Make This Shit Up. So that's when we just talk about some shit when it's like, yeah, you can't make this shit up. There's some crazy stories that's happening in the world, right?
They real.
That's how you know he ain't been listening to the podcast lately.
Shame on you.
It be your own family.
Be
your own family. All right. So Brazilian anesthesiologist filmed putting his penis in pregnant woman's mouth after and during a C-section procedure.
He a bum ass weirdo.
Wait, he can't have a. Oh my God, there's so much wrong with this. You have nurses around you.
The cover's up because they're working on one side. So he had to. So let me break the story down.
Bum ass weirdo, chop his dick off.
I agree. I fucking agree. Like people who do stuff like that. Oh my God.
So what happened? So let me get the story out. Hold on.
I have so much emotion right now.
I know. I know.
Weird. Like, why would you stick your dick in them people's mouth?
Yo, so the woman is in there getting a C-section, right? So the woman's getting a C-section. They put a thing up because they put the thing up in the middle, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen this before because my ex-wife had a C-section. So they put the curtain up or whatever. Anesthesiologist on the other side. So they was one because the nurses start wondering, all the nurses that you're talking about, they start wondering like, yo, why is these patients so still? Because they're not supposed to be out as long. Like they was just out longer than they was used to when he do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so say for instance, if Nasty Nate coming in and give him anesthesiology. Wait, it ain't bad.
Don't call
it ain't
Nasty
bad.
Nate on this.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. So if Nate, if Nate was to come and give him anesthesiology.
Nasty, none of that.
No, stop. Let me have it before I mute y'all damn mic. But what I'm saying, if you was to come in and you the anesthesiologist, if you was to come in and you was the anesthesiologist, say you do it and they wake up right after the surgery. So you doing it the way you supposed to. And then weirdo dude come in, he do it, and it's 4 hours after the surgery, they still like knocked out, sleep, groggy and stuff like that. So the nurses was like, yo, what's going on? Why they taking so long? When Nate do it, it's this. When Legend do it, it's this. When Fox do it, it's this. And then when old Nasty dude come out here and he do this,
like 12 hours.
It take him 4 or 5 hours to like come back too, right? So they put a camera up to see what he was doing because they thought that he was just giving them too much and he was doing a bad job being a malpractice. You know what I mean? They thought it was malpractice, like he was doing a bad job with the giving them the medicine. And they kind of find out that he out here 10 minutes jamming his dick in some lady wife mouth that's having that's getting a baby cut out of him.
How is that even fulfilling?
The widows like that shit ain't even
Like,
about like
that's
normal
sick
stuff. Cause you know
fuck.
what? I would look at a dude like that and be like, yo, you got enough money. Why don't you just buy a prostitute?
Yo,
But it's
dog.
about
Crazy,
control.
how long have you been doing this to the point where you feel
And
comfortable?
he do like 4 or 5 people a day.
You gotta go.
You feel comfortable enough to do this with a whole team behind you.
Like that's like literally you on the other side of the curtain and I'm just over here like I'm not doing nothing. Like it's just a curtain. Like if you look at this video
so nobody
right here,
looked up
look at
to
this.
see, like,
Look at this because
Nobody
look how
walking
high
up?
the curtain is. They blocking her, but look how high the curtain is.
I'm lost.
It's not gonna show no. There ain't no nudity in
No,
there.
I'm lost because I don't give a fuck what that is. He needs to go. Period.
Knock him off, bro.
And he just looking
Like,
over his.
Yeah,
oh
he
my
peeking
God.
at them.
While they doing their thing. Yeah, they
He gotta
into
go.
make sure the baby comes out, and
Hey,
he is literally sticking his stuff in her. Oh my
we not
God.
promoting violence.
No, we are. We promote violence here.
definitely
We
are.
promote violence here. No,
And he's
those
looking
no,
around
no, no,
too, like
no.
who's
I
looking?
know what he's doing.
No. First of all, let me tell you this. Some things I'm willing to burn the business over. That's some shit I'm willing to burn the business over, bro. Like a woman can't even have a baby, bro.
I'm so fucking furious.
Yo, burn him.
I'm so
Crucify
furious.
him.
I can't believe this. I cannot believe
That's
this
wild shit.
He is just looking like, and why he's still just, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yo, I'm telling, and it's like, think about, this is the crazy shit I think about. Every man, right, like, think of all the men who got kids. Imagine, you have no control over knowing if your wife would have needed a C-section. You have no idea.
They take
no
her
nothing.
in emergency surgery, and
They
she get a
taking
dick in her
emergency
mouth.
surgery and this and that, and then you come to find out that the dude that's supposed to put your wife, so your wife didn't go through all that pain or whatever, is sticking his dick in your wife's mouth.
Oh my God.
And it's like, bro, you
That's
talking?
beyond.
There's not enough room on Earth. There's just not enough room on Earth. He got to go to another planet that I can't get to him because if he's on Earth, I'm willing to give up everything I got. I'm gonna be like, baby, I'm sorry that you got to raise this child by
yourself. Like
how many people? You don't even know if he just about women.
Oh yeah, that's
he
true.
could have been
it could
dick
be
and
men.
mouth
It could
for
be just
everybody.
a mouth fetish.
It could have been children. It could have been anything. It could have just been about the control because most of them dudes is weird like that with the control and all the rape shit and this and that. They're not. It's not about I'm horny. It's about control.
Oh, you're subdued. So guess what?
Yeah, it's
Dick
about
in your
control.
mouth.
It's about the excitement, the thrill for them of these weirdos
so
or something like that.
sick.
Because realistically, you look at half of these dudes that be doing rape and that be getting rape charged and doing all this other stuff. You could have paid a sex professional.
You could
to
have
come in.
been way.
You could have
they
paid a
would've
sex
loved
professional.
To do it.
Yeah, you could have paid a sex professional. She would have came in with skills, experience, and everything else, and could have even fed you whatever sicko dream that you want. You could have paid her a little money.
Oh my god, I just.
Yo, but they different.
That really pissed me off. Like,
Yeah.
for real.
Because I'm telling you right now.
What did they end up doing with him?
I don't know. I didn't get that far into the story. B Rabbit sent me this one.
Oh
She
my
sent me this
God.
one, and I'm like,
I can't
what?
believe this. This is crazy. Like me, I'm so for you commit rape crimes and shit like that.
Yo, stick his dick in a cigar cutter.
Yes, I'm so for castration. Like, I mean,
Make
no,
him
you
a
ain't gonna be
eunuch.
asleep. Nah.
Make him a eunuch.
You gonna be wide awake. You gonna see exactly what's happening to your ass. That's what you're gonna do. That's me.
Yo, my boy.
I'm so eye for an eye, like it's
Yo,
crazy.
The petty
That's me.
savage. The petty savage said, "Tie him to a pole and tie his dick up and let a horse run in the opposite direction." You goddamn right. I'm with that medieval torture method.
Yeah.
I'm
like
talking
that.
about
I
running.
like that.
I'm
I
talking
like
about
that.
pump him full.
David.
Yo, let me tell
I
you
like
something.
that.
Pump him full of. I'm back to the Wu-Tang torture.
What he say?
You know what I'm saying? Yo.
Tape his mouth. Roll the hose
No,
up his head.
hey, no, as I said, what he said, sew his asshole up and just keep feeding him and feeding him and feeding him. You don't know about the 36 chambers stuff. You're a Southern girl, but hey, you know what I'm talking about. Hey, cut his kneecaps off and make him kneel in some staircase piss.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Hey, feed him 100 Viagra's and then shove his dick in a cheese grater. Like,
I'm with it though. It sounds great.
So- hey, yo, my boy
Sounds great.
JBK, when he came to watch the dogs, he said the best torture for the pedophiles. We used to always talk about pedophiles, like throw them in the wood chipper. He was like, nah, you throw them in the back of the cement mixer filled with fine glass and put it on slow so they just get ate up and mutilated by the glass. It's like,
Oh, that's dope.
next level shit. Next
How
level.
long?
Don't
How
matter.
long have
Keep
you
it
been
running.
Thinking about that.
Keep it running. Keep that shit running.
If we ever hear about that crime, then we know.
That's why I just use it.
Created
It's when they
that
come to me and ask me about it, I'm be like, I got PTSD and I'm alcoholic. I don't remember who it was. I think his name was Maury.
Like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think we
I have
good.
early onset. Okay,
Yo,
onset.
Early onset dementia. You got gun in your head?
Oh
or
my
you rolling out?
god.
Yo, yeah. So, we an hour and 16 in. You want
We
any
done.
more stories? We done? Well, I mean,
No.
do what you do, then, executive producer.
So, guys, anyway, you already know what time it is. We thank you guys for sitting with us, Uncle Legend's Corner. We appreciate all the support that you provided to us. Anything you want to add to the segment, anything you want to say, hit us up, askunclelegend@gmail.com. We want to say thank you to our special anonymous guest, Nasty Nate over here on that side. All right.
Mute his mic.
We're gonna mute his
We
mic.
about to get him off the air.
Yes.
We got a vagabond.
Definitely. Will see us again? We're going behind the paywall. We're going to be on Patreon.
It's coming, baby.
Yeah. So be prepared for those of you who are Uncle Legend supporters and want to be in our corner.
Bring
hit
your
us
$4.99.
up. That's right. It's practically free.
Practically free. Support it, man.
Peace, guys.
Peace. No, don't hit it. Kill audio. All right, we in bonus time right now. So you know what I mean? It's our bonus
Yeah.
hours after y'all can ask whatever y'all want. Y'all can find out
Yeah.
why Nasty Nate is such a vagabond, such a
Why he
vagrant,
don't wanna
such a
be
hoodlum.
seen.
Why he over here hiding? In the
Yeah.
darkness?
Whom is he? Whom is he?
Whom is that on that microphone?
Who are you?
Yeah, the shenanigans is real. So whatever y'all got, we gonna make it quick. And then y'all, we
Also,
rolled this.
I was thinking today too. I didn't tell you this, but I was thinking about, of course, when we go when we go on Patreon on Sundays and whatever, to do question session. I'm about to say section.
I like this shit a little bit.
That's
I gotta tighten the fuck up though a little bit. I be
A little
sauced.
bit.
I'm over here drunk, talking shit.
Hey, that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
it's okay. You say.
Yo, you know, bro, you family.
say-
You know, you can come through
Ain't
whenever
nobody
you
gonna
want
be
to and
putting
cut
nothing
it
in your
out.
I don't give a
Good.
fuck.
Let it fly.
Not all of it though. Oh
Not
yeah.
all of it. No. At least this ain't on the audio.
N-bomb.
Now I got to go back to episode 41 and do some editing.
Goddamn edit.
No N-bomb guy.
No N-bomb.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yo, but
all good.
but like it's like I told you, man, with the podcast thing, it's like we ain't trying to like. It's people who do this and they like professional talk show host type people.
Mm-hmm.
That stays realm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ours is just like this is genuinely just like these are the conversations that if you got some real people around you,
Yeah, we just
and the
kicking
questions
it,
pop up,
shooting
it's
the
like
shit
we
and
pop up a
having-
couple drinks, this and that, and have these conversations that you would normally have in a safe space where it's like, we not about to set you up. This ain't like when you hop on the podcast and be like, so what do you think about this community? You know what I mean? And then we hear you. That's like, no, ain't no, at the end of the day, we all got mouths to feed, people depending on us and the whole nine. It's just like, these are the real conversations that people having with no judgment.
I'm sure it'll get into the hands of those type of people, but
By then, we going to be
we'll be
behind the
good.
Patreon paywall, and we
good.
going to say, my lawyer said, fuck you and your baggy suit shoes, son of a bitch. I will step on your couch with cheap shoes.
But I was thinking about adding a segment of just like random questionnaires. You know, like they can ask whatever the fuck they want to ask, and
That'd be on the
I'm gonna
live.
answer. Yeah, on the live.
Well,
yeah.
that gets
Ask
moved to the
whatever
Patreon.
They want. That's on Patreon. That's
No,
what
no,
I'm
no,
saying.
no,
That's
no.
on Sundays when we do our Sunday Patreon.
Well, when we do the Patreon episode, oh yeah, you're right. We switch it to the Patreon episode.
Yes.
It's gonna be live.
It's gonna be live.
So
yeah.
random questions.
So yeah, just random ass questions y'all been wanting to ask. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be germane to the topic that we're talking about. Whatever. We're just gonna have that session.
All right, it's fine.
Ask Fox, ask Unc, whatever the fuck, and
That's a
then y'all
guess.
just do whatever y'all want to say, whatever y'all want to say, and I'm gonna answer, and I'm gonna answer honestly, and he gonna answer, and he better answer honestly.
If I don't, fight.
I'll let y'all ass know if he don't answer that honestly. As much as I know about him, I will let you know.
She
okay?
knows too much.
Yeah, so we're gonna add that in there. I think it'll be good. Somebody
Yo, what's up?
mentioned that.
Y'all doing that thing that y'all do. Y'all keep popping in and out, and ain't nobody saying nothing. Y'all just in here looking. Yeah, Fox still beautiful.
Looking
I'm still
with your
married to her
looking
with your looking ass.
ass.
Here we are. And yeah, if I guess voice sound familiar, I mean, eat a dick with delete the whole podcast. So I mean, we ain't getting paid enough for this yet. But,
Anybody got
yeah.
anything you want to say? Any
What it do,
questions you
what it
want to
do,
ask
what it
right
do?
now or whatever? And even to our guest, Mr. Nasty Nate over here.
The way you said Mr. Nasty Nate is if like Nasty was his first name. Like
Yes.
Nasty
Mr.
Nate.
Nasty Nate.
Nasty Nathaniel.
Hey, you guys, I don't have no
Nathaniel
interest
Nasty
in
Nate?
y'all ugly asses. But y'all little pretty little
Well, we know they ain't
soft-skinned
true, 'cause I'm
Jake little
motherfucking pretty as a
lady.
motherfucker,
Yeah,
ain't
that
pretty.
Was that enough?
Who man?
We gonna record
mans
something
is
for
this?
him. 'Cause he always singing since he been on this mic. He been singing the whole.
Hey, you put a mic in front of a hood dude boy, and they just out here.
They damn Patti
David
LaBelle
Ruffin.
come
He
out.
turned into David Ruffin.
Patti LaBelle.
Nothing like this, I wish. Raindrops would fall. Get your ass out of here, David Ruffin. Yeah, for the goddamn fifth heartbeat out here, man. We done.
Like
Peace.
a 6 heartbeat.
6 heartbeat. Oh, extra ass. Ooh. Hey, coming in like they used to say, them backup dancers coming back in the day when they be like, wait for them.
That's it.
You just sliding up in there.